Is it with playing Little Mike Mystery? Let's go.
And we're live. Look at that now. Beautiful. Then I should start to talk, I believe. Hello, and very much welcome to that Beautiful Life podcast. It's episode, can it be 272?
Mm-hmm.
Have we come that far? That's amazing. My name is Roger Bergström, all the way from Stockholm, Sweden, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Today, we're going to talk about what we have been doing during our week. Some good stuff, maybe some not so good stuff. Who knows? It's life, right? The beautiful life, though, of it all. And also talk about some good telly and or movies, and of course, also our favorite thing, which is, of course, video games. But before we get into that, I want to hear how my dear friend is doing. How are you, Q?
I am good. I am now
Yeah?
having dinner, so you guys know I'm notorious for eating when I stream or podcast and stuff like that. It's because the time when we usually stream or podcast and all this other stuff tends to be when I'm again around dinner time. I've just prepared dinner
True.
for the family. Did some burgers, so I've got a chicken burger here with cheese, and this is Polish cheese,
Ah, look at that now. Okay.
and there's some mayo in there. There's a Trinidad hot sauce, a Trinidad scorpion pepper sauce that's made in Poland. So I was like, ooh, so that's a connection between
Ah,
our countries that I didn't know about. So that's cool.
good mix.
Um,
Good mix. I like that. Also, I
this
want to say hello to Nalu. I see you. I see you also, Miss over there. Alex, hope you're fine.
mm-hmm,
Nice to
mm-hmm.
have you guys here.
Yes, hello to you
Yeah.
guys. Um, and I'm having some mushinenko, which is sparkling water from Poland. So I'm having it
Oh,
in
cool.
my exceptional mug that
I
my
like
wife.
the mug as well. It's actually you sitting there.
It is. My wife got me this as a Father's Day present. It says
Yeah, we okay. I'll back up a bit or hold it. Yeah, there. Okay. Ah, the focus. You know how it is.
the
Especially when
focus.
you have blur on, it becomes
There it
so.
is.
Now. Yeah, we choose you, Dad. There
Yeah,
we go.
that's it. So
Beautiful.
I just got my kid's name on the back and everything like that. So essentially, that's the that's my it's my one of my favorite mugs. I use it to have my water. Mm.
Yeah, it's good to have a favorite mug. I have one on my own that I drink. I use it for coffee. That's basically
Okay, okay. I only have
my
coffee in the
coffee mug.
office. Um,
Nom 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 nom.
hmm.
By the way, while you're chewing a bit, what are you saying over there? Yeah, okay. You've had a lot to do, right, Nalu? A bit able to relax now for the first time in about 2 weeks. Yeah, you
Hmm.
see, it comes and goes in periods. I know exactly what you mean. I've been in that too. I'm still am, but a bit less than like last week. So I know exactly what you mean. Thank you also for tuning in when I played yesterday. We're going to get into that soon when it comes to the topic or the headline of this podcast very, very soon
Hmm.
and all that beautiful stuff. Yes, Alex, I am playing Little Nightmares 3. So we're getting to that soon.
Yes, definitely.
Uh, but before we do, between you getting some burger and some dinner,
Uh-huh.
do you want me to? Do you want to eat? And I start with my week. It's not that
Yeah,
special, or
sure, go for it, go for it.
I can do that. Yeah,
I
I thought
appreciate it. It's gonna help me finish my dinner, and
exactly.
then I'll have
Yeah,
energy for the podcast. So go for it.
you see, I want you to be fresh and full, if that makes sense.
Oh, I
So
forgot
so
there's
go on.
avocados in this as well as cucumbers, so
Mm.
I forgot to mention that. Mm.
Avocado is really good. We like that. So, with that said, it's been a week since we last talked and everything, and it's been a good week overall. Sure, as I said, it's dark mornings, dark evenings. Yeah, it's October. What can we do? And soon we're heading into November. First off, it's going to be Halloween, of course, if you're into those kind of things. But it's been a week. I've been doing what I do. I've been making music. That's basically, as I said, I'm working on this album when it comes to one of the libraries that I'm working for, and it's horror music. It's horror music, inspiration from different horror movies, I would say, but potentially for upcoming movies to come. It's trailer music basically that you often see, like in trailers for movies, I guess. Besides that, been playing with the band. We are rehearsing. We are having a concert on a gig on November 18, which is a Tuesday, I believe. It's going to be some more bands playing. I think we are ending the night, which is good because we are most likely the most heavy guys, if that makes sense. It's going to be
Mhm.
some other music also, but we play, as I said before, quite melodic, like hard rock with the roots from the 70s and 80s. We do play a few more covers this time around,
Hmm.
Rainbow and Deep Purple, those kind of things. So it's gonna be fun. So looking forward to that. Other than that, it's just been pretty normal. Pretty normal, I would say. Nothing bad has happened, and nothing really like yay super fancy either. It's been a week. I guess that's the conclusion of it all.
Oh, that's
So
perfect.
I gotta pass over
The baton.
the baton, the ball to you maybe, and
Yeah,
you can fill
definitely.
in.
So yeah, I've had a week off. I've been home for this week, so more or less trying to just rest. I've mostly just rested for the time. Laid in bed, not thinking about any work stuff. Like it's just not at all. Um I've done some gaming, I've played some eFootball. I'll talk about that in a bit. And yeah, just spending time, excuse me, with the missus and relaxing at home and all that kind of stuff, and not really bothered, not really bothered
Yeah,
about well, any of the 9 to 5 rush, kind of get up in the morning, get dressed, get on my bike, get to the train station, get to the office, work, come back home tired, rinse, repeat, blah blah blah. So it's good.
yeah, yeah,
So yeah, other than that, it's just been the week. I have barely been in this room, to be honest, this week.
yeah. I can imagine.
I've barely come in here, so my computer has been off for most of the time. I haven't really played in here. I've usually played in my room upstairs. I did a bit of cleaning though. I did clean my room and do a bit of cleaning around the not around the house, but mainly my room, and just sort of just chilled in there, which is nice. It's nice to be able to kick back in my room, play a little bit of Xbox, um, and just relax really. So that's mostly been the week. Nothing else I can really add to that I think is relevant enough to mention at this particular point in time. That being said, I think we jump straight into what we've been playing this week, which, as the title suggests, is it worth playing Little Nightmares 3, which, just to add as a bit of caveat, a little extra information, it turns out my son is a big fan of Little Nightmares. Xavi's like, oh my god, it's so great. I like the first one and I like the second one. I'm like, all right, cool. So I
Oh,
just asked him if
yeah.
he wanted to watch the podcast to find out what you think about it. But apparently, one of his parents has blocked access to YouTube on his phone. I don't know who that could be,
Oh, oh,
but
look at that now. Yeah.
he must have done something. But yeah, he can't be he can't watch the podcast unfortunately. So, Raj, how is Little Nightmares to you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. First off, I want to say, yeah, it was nice. I got the game from Bandai Namco. I still have a contact there when it comes to the Nordic department, and I'm happy for that because I mean, I am and have been a fan of the series or the franchise since the start. As you may remember, and I
Mhm,
think I'm not sure if that came up on Button Smashers or anything, but I did an interview with the CEO of Tarsier Studios, who is the studios that made the first one or two games, right?
mhm,
Yeah. Regarding their release of the first game. And well, since then, again, I really like this atmosphere
mhm,
in these games. I like the adventure. I like the puzzles. I like the characters. I like the sounds, the soundscape, the music often as well, and it's just very interesting games, at least for me. And therefore, I was also very curious to see how the third game would be. I've heard mixed things about
mhm,
the game. Good thing though, as usual, I would say I haven't watched any trailers. I haven't been looking at any gameplay before I started to play it a week ago in a stream. And again, thank you, Nalo, for checking it, coming in and checking it out a bit yesterday when I was streaming. And I
mhm,
am playing this co-op because it's possible to play co-op. You just press multiplayer and it creates like a lobby, a multiplayer lobby, and you can invite a friend. He doesn't need to have or she doesn't need to have the game.
mhm,
It's just you, the player one, that needs to have the game, which is nice. And it
mhm,
has been working more or less flawlessly. I'm playing with a follower. His name is Joe. He's from Texas, US, and yeah, we're having a good time.
mhm,
As expected, it's all this like as said, atmospheric adventure, and you follow the journey here of two characters, Low and Alone. That's cool. Low and Alone. which are they are two best friends, and they search for a way out of the nowhere. So they are trapped in nowhere. This is usually the case in these games that you. It's not like escape the room; it's escape the world. It's literally, and there are actually rooms in between you and that exit, of course. So in the two players online cooperation, as said, it goes almost without saying that you will take advantage of each other's help. Maybe you need a boost to get up to a higher ground or something else. You need to, for example, my character has a wrench. So I can and take out the wrench and unscrew certain things, or maybe I can use it as a weapon and boop, pop them in the head sometimes. The other character that's played by my friend Joe then has a bow and arrow, so sometimes you need to shoot maybe a rope and something falls down, those kind of things to get a key or whatever have you. You can play solo, of course, as well, or play co-op with an AI. That's of course also an option if you want to do that. And as said, it's puzzle solving and of course also surviving. As you get further into the game, we are about maybe are we halfway,
I
something like that,
I
or
don't
yeah,
know.
ish. I would say ish, which means that you start to meet worse enemies and quite disgusting. I mean, again, the art style and everything. I was a bit worried. As I said, it's not Tarsier Studios, but it's supermassive games that have developed the game. And it's of course Bandai Namco that is the publisher. But I wasn't really like, okay, will they do like, will they stay true to the lore, meaning like these very abstract sometimes creatures or beings? And I would say yes, they have. So for me, so far, it's a good game. It's a solid game. I'm looking forward to play more and of course see how this ends. I hope it's a good ending, of course. Maybe there's even more than one ending. I wouldn't be surprised. That's a possibility. As said, online co-op, Steam achievements, Steam Cloud, family sharing, which is the good thing on Steam, as always. And it plays well. I play with an Xbox controller. Definitely, you should play it with a controller. That's how it's done, I would say. You can use dual shock controllers as well when it comes to USB and stuff like that. It has different packages, of course, when it comes to, like you can actually, this is the thing. If you're going to play with a friend, and I know Yo did this, he went onto Steam to the Steam page and he downloaded install game by, it says Play Little Nightmares 3 free trial and friends pass. So you can do that and then you can play with, in this case, it could play with me, right? The game is currently where I live, meaning Sweden, EU. It's 39.99, which is literally 40
Yeah.
euros for the basic version of the game. The deluxe version is 60 bucks, 60 euros. And yeah, and I give this again, I haven't finished the game, so I can't say what's going to happen towards the end. But I've come thus far and can quite confident say that I do think it's fun. It's a fun and good co-op game. It's beautiful. I like the art style, saying it again, the atmosphere, and I give it a big thumbs up. If I would rate it just from here coming mid-game, I would give it a 7 out of 10, something like that, or even a bit higher. It might go up even higher if it continues to develop as it has developed so far, both when it comes to the actual co-op and the feeling of the co-op and what we are now exploring and also encountering in the game. It can be a bit. I mean, I played a lot of horror games, so I'm not that easily scared, but it can be a bit like horror-ish, definitely.
Yeah.
So, but cool. Yeah, that's Little Nightmare 3 for you.
Yeah. So looking at it on Steam here, it does have mixed reviews. I guess we must put that in, as a caveat. Some people have given thumbs up. I think the most relevant one I've seen here basically just says, I've played. Sorry, if you've played Little Nightmares 1 and 2, then you won't be thrilled with 3. However, it is not as bad as all the reviews are making it seem. My husband and I played the co-op, and it was still a good game. It was just underwhelming for waiting for so long as we did, and the price is a little hefty. I would have probably waited for it to go on sale. I'll probably wait for it to go on sale. And this is, I think, is the major problem. I think with a lot of people, when you look at the negative reviews, a lot of people highlight the price. So, like, one of the negative reviews says, spend $40 for an unfinished game, then told after finish to spend another 30 for DLC. And another person says, short gameplay, ridiculous pricing, tried to copy Little Nightmares 1 and 2 recipe, but failed miserably. And I think this is the thing where I can see it is that
Yeah,
you're playing co-op, and I think where it shines is the co-op. I think that's where
definitely.
it definitely shines, because the people that are saying good things about it, they're playing co-op. So I think that's where it shines a lot. I think where people are disgruntled is that they don't feel like they're getting enough for what they're paid for. And
Right. Yeah.
so I think that's why it's gotten mixed reviews on Steam. Which this is not any way of saying like it's good or a bad game. I think your experience, based on what these reviews are saying, your experience is going to be based on who you are as a person. Have you played the other
Yes.
games? How you relate to this sort of stuff, and so forth. So
Yeah,
yeah.
and also I went into this with very open expectations since
Mhm.
I've heard some bad things as well. Things you're mentioning now,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, but so far
Hmm.
the feeling is there of a Little Nightmares game, and I like that. But again, I haven't paid for the game either.
Yeah,
I
that's
got
true.
it, so I don't have to suffer, if that makes sense, even
Yep.
though it would end badly, right?
Hmm.
I can kind of understand the pricing discussion. Maybe they should have
I think they could have gone for
maybe
20. I think,
yeah, or 30. I would say around 30, maybe 25 or 30 around
yes,
there.
somewhere around there would be good. I think,
Yeah, because
especially they're charging for DLC as well. So if there's
I mean it's a
DLC,
triple A studio, triple A game, triple A studio, so it
hmm,
kind of makes sense.
yeah.
But I would yeah, I can understand the discussion regarding the price tag,
Hmm.
especially if the campaign. I haven't really checked, and I don't want to know either
Yeah.
how long it is, right?
Hmm.
But yeah, I get it. I get it. But
Yeah.
so I would say from my experience and the discussion we're having here and what you just read,
Hmm.
I would also say if you're not in a hurry to play this game,
Probably wait.
wait and see if it, it comes up on a sale, maybe closer to Christmas, Steam, whatever. We'll
Yeah,
see.
definitely. I mean,
Uh,
it's definitely going to be an interesting game, especially it's Steam verified for Steam Deck. So I think that's
yeah.
really good as well. I think a lot of people who play
Mm,
Steam Deck are going to want to jump in on it. It does have
right.
some. I mean, now is probably the best time to play a game like this because it's Halloween. But at the same time, yeah, I think I like, based on the reviews, I would say, unless of course you're like a massive, massive person that really wants to play this
Exactly.
now, or if you're gonna play co-op, because I think, like, especially like what you mentioned before about the fact that you don't have to both have a copy of the game. One person can have a copy and you can play together, similar to what that studio. What's the name of that studio from Sweden that does they did It Takes Two?
Yeah, it's Faris. It's
Faris.
yeah, yeah, but that's
Joseph
the
Faris is
Joseph
the
Fares. Yeah,
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 he's the
it's
director.
oh God, I got totally. I should
Haze Light,
know.
is
I
it? Is it
should
Haze
know.
Light?
Yes, it's Hazelight.
Right, that's the one. So just Hazelight does the same thing with their games, and I think that's an amazing model. And I think if you're
Right.
planning to get this for co-op, I think it probably worth it. I think it, because if you consider co-op as well, especially if you do it with a friend, you could probably split the price.
Yeah, then it's
50-50.
2020. It's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
exactly that's where when the value hits the like well, it's more in how do you say in pair or in line at the price and
Yeah.
pricing and what you get out of the game.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense, definitely. So yeah, if I would only play it by myself and buy it for like $40, that would feel a bit like,
Yeah.
especially if it isn't like super good or and not that super long of a campaign either, which is usually they aren't that long games.
Hmm.
So yeah, as said, but. But I
Yes.
like them again. I really like the co-op thing. I think this, as you said, it's a good thing also to bring up Hazelight and Forest games.
Mhm.
It's really cool. Good stuff too. I mean, you and I have played one of the games as
Amazing
well. So
games.
yeah, yeah, they are. They
Hmm.
are. And it is. I shouldn't say rare. There are definitely good co-op games out there, but that's what I like. That's the feeling of this game, like playing with someone else is good.
I
So
think I think
I think yeah.
also I think one of the things to consider as well is that even though you say there are good co-op games out there, I don't think good co-op games have been coming out as frequently as it used to be in
No,
the past. You know,
true. No,
so
no, no.
yeah.
Because also you and I've talked the couch gaming kind of kind of thing is a bit gone.
Yeah.
Also, when it comes to, I mean, split screen. Hello, you know, hello. That was feels like a long time ago.
Yep. It's
You
been
know,
ages. It's been ages since we've gotten good like consistent good co-op games. You do have Haze Light who come out and they just knock it out of the park every time. But there are a few others, and I think this being based on the reviews, I think the co-op is where it shines, and I think that's how I think if you're picking it up, that's how you have to look at it as a co-op game.
yes,
I think if you jump in single player, you probably would be, and I think most of the people that I've seen give it negative reviews have played it single player based on what they've written.
exactly.
So yeah, I think that's just is it. Do we have
It
more
is
to
for
add?
sure. Yeah, yeah. No, no. I have said what I want and can say right now,
Hmm.
being somewhat halfway into the game or something like that.
Okay, cool, cool, cool.
Looking
One
forward to
question.
play it again, which is always, good when you actually feel, looking forward to, getting to the game again where we got the save point and, move on, la da da. Yeah.
Continue the quest. One question before we move on to something else, though. Is it the same character from the previous Little Nightmares games, or is it some? Is it a new character? Are these new characters?
It's new characters, but the thing is, I think I got the deluxe edition or
Mm-hmm.
something because I have all skins unlocked, so I can
Mm.
actually change skins, and the skins are cool because they have taken it from like characters from the other games, and
Mm-hmm.
not only like what was it called, like the number 11 no,
I don't know.
what was
I
it?
haven't played any
I,
of them.
Either way, it's not only like the good guys, it's also some of the the bosses or the bad guys, if you
Mm-hmm.
will, from the game. So that's pretty neat.
Mm-hmm.
I changed character at the end of this last stream yesterday, so I'm gonna continue with something else
Mm.
regarding the skin and everything. But it's cool. I like it.
Right, cool. Sounds good. All right, me. I'm just gonna put
Yeah,
it out there. I have been playing eFootball. You guys know this. I haven't been playing anything else
good.
recently. I did start loading up some stuff on my Steam Deck, and that thing that Nalu's talking about, the whole Pokemon and Digimon thing. Yo,
Exactly.
I'm happy to see Digimon win because Pokemon has been
Mm.
lazy and Digimon is doing their stuff. So shout out to Digimon. I will probably get a copy of that whenever I can afford it.
Yeah, I
But for
mean
now,
9.3 Metacritics. That's quite good.
it is
That's
destroying
it sits
Pokemon.
well.
And
Yeah.
Pokemon deserves it because they're terrible right now. I mean, the last game that just came out, I saw reviews for it. Pokemon AZ is not looking good. But that being said,
Oh.
I've been playing eFootball,
Yeah.
and you know how eFootball goes. One week it's all right, next week it's not. This week it's all right. I
Yeah.
am having fun this week. I
Okay.
I'm so happy the week that I have off, it is running perfectly fine. So I have been playing matches. I've
Good.
been dominating. My win loss ratio is so good right now. It's not just like winning is not all of it. It's winning in style. The only thing I haven't done is
Good.
I haven't streamed it this week, but I've been enjoying it. I've been loving it. I've been thinking about streaming. I just haven't.
Right.
I
Have you, may I ask you, I mean, I know there's the updates coming, and as you say, one week it's good, the next week not so much, but
Mhm.
have you made changes when it comes to your team, your lineup, or you're sticking to what you have? Yeah?
Nah, I haven't done anything. I've been playing the same formation, same play
Yeah?
style,
Mhm.
same. Well, I have changed maybe two players on my team, but it wasn't because I needed to change them. It was because I wanted to. I was just like, I want to try this out,
Yeah,
and
a bit of variation. Yeah.
yeah, a bit of variation. And I've
Are
been
you playing
dominating.
4-4-2?
I played. No,
3-5-2? What do you play? 3-5-2 or 4-4-2 or 4-3-3?
I think it's 4-3-3. I think it's a 4-3-3
Yeah, that's
because
the classic.
mine has a variant of, or maybe it's 4-2-3. It's got to be 4-3-3 because I've got three guys up front. I've got an attack midfielder, but he's really high up, so he's technically like he's in the attack as well. He's kind of like four, but he's a midfielder, so he kind of
Yeah,
drops in the
he's an
back.
offensive midfielder, so
Exactly.
he's like behind the center or something.
Exactly, and then I've got two in the back. So a defensive midfielder and a center midfielder who's also got really good defensive stats. And then I've got some defenders in the back, four defenders in the back, three sort of tucked in tighter center backs, and one out on the wing, just sort of just covering that space. And literally,
Nice.
it has been dominant. I've been anyone that has come up against me, I've been putting up some good numbers. Scored some goals, I've battered some people. It has been amazing. Some people have called me a cheater for being too good, but that's on them. Get good scrub. So
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah, that's a compliment more or less.
I know
When
when this.
people start to pull that card.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Had a guy today say to me, "Oh, I'm gonna report you." I was like, "Well, get scrub."
Yeah.
So
Go
good.
ahead. Report.
And he said he was going to report me, but he got kicked from the match because he got fed up of losing. They started scoring goals on himself, and the game kicked him for inappropriate behavior. They called it. And I was
Really?
like, yeah. I was like, good on you, game. Kick that up. And you know what's the sad part? I've played this guy before because when he messaged me, I saw that there was a message from him from before, and I was like, after all this time, you still haven't gotten good? Damn. So
Oops. Yeah.
it is what it is.
What can we say? It is what it is.
We
But
can't
I'm
save
glad to hear
everyone.
that you're having fun. That sounds good.
That is good. It is good to be back in the game and having fun again. It has not. The only thing though is my brother is no longer, Ash is no longer playing, so
Yeah, I know you said that last time. So he has.
he hasn't come back. He's like, no, the game is crap. I'm not coming back. Blah blah blah. But
okay.
Ray and I, we've still been playing. So he comes on in the night and he's like, I'm gonna beat up them blood clots. Let's go, Q. And we hop in and we play and we have a laugh and it's all great. So
awesome.
Yeah, pretty much. I am enjoying eFootball again. I haven't signed any new players. I haven't been doing anything crazy. I did log into my son's account and play a bit on his account. Which is
did,
yeah, his team is weaker than mine. He's been focused on studies and stuff, and I was like, oh, let me just go in and I had nothing else to do on my account, so I was like, let me jump in his account and mess about. And even I took my formation with his team, and I've been tearing it up still. It's like my team is so good. So my play style works across the board. I think I'll do a video on that about the best play style to be top tier like me. He'll probably label the video "Play Like Me." Anyway, that being said, that's what I've been playing.
Good.
Tele, Rog.
Before Tele though, I just want to say, because as you see, Nalu is saying something about Hallmark is making an Xbox 360 Christmas ornament that plays the Halo theme, and it's only $29.
Yeah, I'm not buying that. I wouldn't buy that.
Nah, I don't think I will either. I mean, I love me some Halo, but
$30 because I'm sure that's if you consider that's in the US, right? Now this is 29. Yeah. That's probably $29.99 plus VAT, which that's probably gonna end up being like 34 or something after VAT. I'm not paying that.
Plus 300 Swedish krona. So
I'm not. I wouldn't. I would not buy that. That's one of the things about buying stuff in the US. You always have to think about that VAT. You can never go by that base price. You can't just be like, look, it's 20. Nope.
Nope, bro. That's what happened when I bought one of the few games I bought in a long time, which was Battlefield 6. We talked about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 700 something here, Swedish kronas on Steam. Okay, I gotta get to my PayPal. Okay, done. What? 800? Yeah, VAT. There you go. In my face.
It catches you, man. It catches you. I like when the price is just like already out there. Like, just tell me what the price is. Don't VAT me nonsense. Look, it's 50 quid. All right, I know it's 50 quid. I'm gonna spend 50 quid. But when you start tackling on that secret payments of, there's a hidden VAT. When I have to pull out my calculator and do the maths, I'm sorry, lose me on that.
It's like they're giving themselves some tip. That's basically what they're doing.
It is a tip.
It's like if the waiters should okay. Yeah, which is sometimes the case actually at some places.
Yeah.
It's already included in,
It works it out. Like when you order food here in the UK, they break it down. They'll put like, you're paying this price for service, this is for this is for that, blah, blah, blah. So you know what you're paying for, but you pay the price. You already know the price. You don't have to be like, oh, I'm not sure what to do with this. So
that's true.
Yeah.
But it is a thing. All I want to say about that is, I mean, here in Sweden, it's not a thing. Mm-hmm. If you feel though that, and we've done that many times because it might be really, really good food or a really, really nice waiter or waitress, whatever. But at the same time, the salary should be good enough for the guy working, right? So you don't have to, like, you know what I mean?
You don't feel like
it's something wrong with the system in a way.
Yeah.
But of course, when I'm in the US too, I follow the customs.
You do have to.
Yep. Okay. 5-10%, whatever have you. Here we go, and it's done. It's not a big thing for me. I'm used to it. But I'm just saying.
It's like the saying goes: "When in Rome, do as the Romans do." So, like, wherever I happen to travel, I try to do the custom. When I'm in Poland, I walk into a place, I'm like, "Dzień dobry, dzień dobry, dzień dobry." That's the Polish custom. But when you're in the UK, You don't walk into shops and say hello to people. You walk into shops and you just don't look at them. You just like grab your stuff and you go to the till and you're like, yeah, beep. All right, cool. I'll pay. Or you just go to the machine. But in Poland, you dzień dobry. That's what you do. You have to say hello. It's rude if you walk into a shop
But
and you don't say dzień dobry.
Don't you say hello like in Reading or UK? I mean, you
No,
do that,
not in the
don't
UK.
you?
Not in the UK.
You don't.
No, I don't anymore. Like when I'm in the
I
UK,
do it here in Sweden. We do it quite often.
I know in Sweden you
Yeah.
do. I know in Sweden you do. But what I'm saying is that the UK cultures, people just don't like interacting with people so much that even when you say hello to them, it's like they get like, oh, like you spoke to me. Oh, the horrors. So it's got to a point where I think
Oh.
now I don't usually I do it for the bus. If I got on the bus, I do say
Yeah.
good morning. I do say thank
Yeah.
you, but that's part of the British culture as well. Is that you do say thank you to the bus driver when you get off. So that's one of the things that you do. But let's just say I'm going into. I think if I just walk into a shop, I think that's the best way to look.
Yeah.
If I just walk into a shop, I don't say anything. I just walk into the shop. I get what I want. When I'm probably dealing with a person at the till, I might say, "Oh, hi, good day." You know, I'm like, or I might just say, "Thank you very much" when I'm leaving. Whereas, or I might say, "Hope you have a good day" when I'm leaving the shop. But in Poland, as you enter the shop, you say "Dzień dobry." So you walk in, and it's "Dzień dobry," and they say "Dzień dobry" back to you as you walk in.
Exactly.
So it's part of the culture. So when in Rome,
but it's the same. Usually, I say, of course, exceptions, right?
Mhm.
Depends on the person working in whatever store, but it's the same here. We say "Hey" or "Goddag," either, in Swedish. It's like, because that's the first thing I do. If I get into a shop, I search like eye contact with the person working. It kind of feels like I am here, I'm here. Okay, good.
Yeah, exactly. To be honest, it's the same in Trinidad as well. The UK is just one of those places where I've not had to, where it's not been a part of the culture. It's just not how the British do. They're just,
right.
I think they're just afraid of speaking and engaging with people directly. It just makes them uncomfortable. That being said, may I ask one final thing? Episode 4 ended with a huge plot twist that even surprised me. Episode 4 of what?
Yeah. The series that is called "May I Ask for One Final Thing." It's that again. It's that again. Yeah.
I thought he was asking me a question. Got confused there for a second. I was like, "What? Episode 4 of what? Did you go back and listen to the 4th episode of the podcast?"
True that.
But anyway, that being said, let's talk about some telly. Roger, you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
I can go first.
Okay, go for it.
I started to talk first about the Little Nightmares 3. I also just want to address to Alex, since you're saying something regarding when you leave the shop. Also, you say goodbye, even if you don't buy anything.
Mhm.
I do the same most of the time. This might be also. I see that it might be a bit of a generation thing as well, if I may say so. It's more common that people in my age and also your age most of the time probably do that.
We have
depending
respect.
on the country you live in.
We have we were our generation was raised with respect. I think
we know. It's like
that younger generation, man. They don't know. They don't know.
They walk out from the store like this.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I did it. I said it. I did say it, but I showed it.
It's the truth.
Okay.
It is the truth.
I've seen it.
Seen it, definitely.
I see it at the gym as well.
People don't
lifting
see it.
weights.
No, that's not how they do it.
Okay.
They got phone in one hand and they're just like, yeah, cheeks, squat, cheeks, squat. That's it. That's how they do it.
Oh, look at that. We're getting closer and closer to this thing we've talked about, you and I, for so long. When you and I are even older, really old grumpy men, sitting smoking, those times when we were, it was good times, And
back in my day, Rod, you know how it was. These young
people don't greet you anymore when you get into the store.
No, they don't.
I don't understand.
Back in our day, you would greet people. You would have respect.
Yes. Respect
for your elders, but they don't anymore.
What's up with the world?
I got on the bus and no one gave me a seat.
All right, we're getting into the telly. Sorry, lads. I have. I've been watching for some, depends on how old you are, an older movie. It's not that old. It's from 2003. And for some reason, I just sat down and watched a movie I've already seen twice.
Hmm.
Well, I guess you've done that once in a while as well.
As
I
you
just
should.
felt for it. I have been watching the last Samurai,
Hmm.
which is a movie from 2003, as mentioned. I watched it on Amazon Prime,
Hmm.
sitting here in Sweden watching it. And I'm not sure if you watched it, but
I
this
haven't
is
yet.
not okay. Well, please do. I think you will like it. No, this is epic adventure movie, a bit of the old style of movies that we had back
Hmm.
in the days. Epic, as said. And we're having Tom Cruise here as Nathan Algren. He's a U.S. Army captain. We're talking about 19th century Japan, sorry.
Hmm.
And he gets hired by the Japanese emperor to train the emperor's army in the modern warfare techniques.
Hmm.
Now, this is perfect because it becomes really like a clash here because Algren, he's more or less an alcoholic. He has
Hmm.
terrible memories from the Civil War in the US
Hmm.
and also fighting against Indians and the horrible things they did and all that stuff, like nightmares and
Hmm.
post-traumatic stress disorder, whatever have you. And almost has a will to die, to end his life.
Hmm.
But I mean, at the same time, he accepts because he gets very well paid.
Hmm.
He goes to Japan, but he finds himself trapped more or less in this struggle between two eras and two worlds.
Hmm.
Because this is the time when Japan, and this is true also, like in real life, we're transferring from the old shogun days and the samurai days into the modern world and the urban way of life and all that stuff and that what came with it with the industries and technique and machines and whatnot,
Hmm.
and of course modern weapons, leaving the katana on the shelf instead. um, but things happens when he starts to take on this mission. He has
Hmm.
to take on a rebellion, a samurai rebellion, which is, well, Tom Cruise is playing Nathan Algren,
Hmm.
and he has to fight against Katsumoto, which is
Uh-huh.
played by Ken Watanabe.
Hmm.
I've seen him before. He's good. He's also good. They're having a good chemistry also in the movie. You
Hmm.
can feel it. This is a movie that awakens emotions,
Hmm.
both like sadness and also a bit of happiness and a laugh here and there,
Hmm.
and a bit of romantic stuff going on as well.
Mm.
Not going to spoil,
The good
but
stuff.
it's yeah, the good stuff, but typical also this clash between Western, of course, and the Eastern world when it comes to Asia,
Hmm.
and the old world when it comes to culture and their ways and how they look upon the world and also as a warrior, how honorable it is to die by a sword in battle
Hmm.
when you've like been fighting your very best. It's like it's this like romantic kind of beliefs and tradition, right, in a way.
Hmm.
But again, it clashes with what is to come in Japan at that point of time. This is a good movie.
Hmm.
It was definitely worth watching it this third time.
Oof.
And it has a 7.8 on IMDb out of 10. I give it a 8,
Hmm.
8.2, 8.3, 8.5 because now this is good stuff. This is action, it's epic, it's drama, it's
Hmm.
swords, samurais, tragedy, it's action, and I highly recommend you guys watching this if you want a good movie. It's quite, well, not that long, but 2 hours and 34 minutes, and you're gonna love it.
Mm.
that's that's my
Brilliant,
say.
brilliant. And just to you mentioned his name earlier, Ken Watanabe. For those who don't know, or at least you're not sure who he is, this guy's been in a lot of stuff. He's been in The Creator, which was, I guess, one of his most recent roles. That's probably notable. He's also voiced a character in Pokemon, Detective
Yeah.
Pikachu. For people who've seen that,
Mm.
I haven't seen it, but I mean, he's in it.
No.
Where I know him from, he's in Inception, which just that's where I know him from.
Exactly. True
He
that.
he's also from Batman Begins. He plays Ra's al Ghul in Batman Begins, which
Yes.
again, if you know the classics, you know the classics. The guy
You know.
the
You
guy
know.
has
You
been
know.
around. He's done quite a few stuff, and there's a lot
Mm.
more that he's done as well. So I would say, really the fact that he's in it as well as Tom Cruise, I think that bodes really well for the film. Those are two big actors in there. So yeah, I will have to
Yeah,
give it a watch. I will have to give it
yeah,
a watch.
watch it, and maybe Alex wants to watch it as well. I mean, it is good. It's a good movie. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's definitely it's worthwhile to watch it. As you say, also Nalo filling in a bit. Tom Cruise was pretty good in that movie, and I agree. As said, the chemistry between the actors here also works well, and yeah, it was a great movie, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I mentioned post-traumatic stress disorder as a something that a lot of people that has been involved in war, not only soldiers but also civilians, that get really traumatized by the experiences. So there you go.
All right.
The
All right.
Last Samurai. Yeah.
Now it's my turn. Let me stretch.
Yeah. Yeah. Stretch. Let's go.
Let me tell you guys about this. I need to stretch because it's a doozy. This one. All right. So here's it.
Oh.
I've been watching a movie called Anyone But You. Right. I think we watched this on Netflix. I think it was on Netflix anyway.
Anyone But You. Okay.
It's a romantic comedy. And it stars Sydney Sweeney and what's his name? Glenn Powell. Right?
Ah.
I just want to say, I think this is the first film I've watched with Sydney Sweeney in it. I've heard her name a lot. I've seen her around the internet quite a bit. You know, she's a very attractive lady. But I have never really watched a Sydney Sweeney film. But after seeing this, I am not very excited to watch another one of her films.
Oh, really?
This movie has everything to be a good romantic comedy. It has all of the ingredients to be a very good romantic comedy. It's got a very attractive cast of actors and actresses. The sort of plot and setting is pretty good. You know, the idea, the concept of it all is, there's this guy and this girl, they went out, they met each other out. It was even the beginning started great. It started off really strong. She's at the coffee shop, she wants to use the toilet. It's one of those coffee shops like, you gotta buy something before you can use the toilet. It's only for customers. And he's there starting the detail, and he says, "Oh, honey, what did you want in your coffee and stuff?" So he pretends that that's his missus, so she can get to use the key to go use the toilet. And because he did that nice thing for her, he ends up asking her out, and they go out on a date, and they have a really nice date, like a really, really nice date. And the next morning, because she's got some kind of weird insecurity, she sneaks out without saying anything to him. And then his friend comes over, and his friend is like, "Oh my gosh, are you in love with this girl? Blah blah blah, because you told her all this important stuff about you." And he says, "Nah, man, it was just it was a lame date, blah blah blah, this and that and so forth." Because from his perspective, she sneaks out. They had a great night. They woke up. They didn't even sleep together. They just fell asleep next to each other, cuddling. Right. So in his impression, he's like, "I had this really intimate, personal night with this girl where we didn't even sleep with each other, and I felt connected to her, and she just sneaks out the next morning." Right. So he's like, "Yeah, it was lame. It didn't mean anything." But at the same time, when he says that, she's coming back to the house because she's on the phone with her friend or her sister, and she's telling them, "Oh, well, this is what happened." And they're like, "What the hell are you doing? Why did you sneak out?" And she's like, "I don't know." So she goes back to get back to the house to him, and she overhears him saying this to his friend. She's like, "Well, screw him, blah 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 blah." And that's the setup. So the idea is like, oh my god, they're gonna have to interact with each other again somehow. Something's gonna happen that's gonna bring them together. Something that happens is that they're two people that they know are getting married. So her sister and a friend of his are getting married, and they have to both go to the wedding and interact with each other, even though from both of their perspective, the other person is an a-hole. From his perspective, she just snuck out after having this really intimate night with him, and from her perspective, he just called her names and said that it didn't mean anything to him. So they both just carrying feelings, and it gets complicated from there. But again, everything about it should be good. All of the songs are amazing. If you just
it sounds like a good setup and everything. So
it gets so bad, and this is where it's bad. The acting is poor, and I don't even know if to blame the actors or if the direction. Definitely when it comes to Will Glock, the male lead. Sorry, not Will Glock. Sorry, Glenn Powell. Glenn seems like he's got it on point. My guy seems like he has got it on point. the director or the writer, the director and the writer is Will Gluck. He's behind films like I think he did that movie with Mila Kunis and Justin Timberlake, Friends with
Oh,
Benefits.
yes.
He directed Friends with Benefits, right? So it's
Mm.
like this guy is known. Friends with Benefits is one of my all time favorite romantic comedies. I think
Yeah,
it's just a
you should
really
know. Yeah.
really good, and he also did Easy A as well. Easy A was really good as well. I thought that was a really good comedy. But this guy, I don't know if he's just lost it. And this is where it sucks. So one, the characters curse a lot, like unnecessarily curse a lot. There's a lot of f bombs here. They're constantly cursing. In moments
Oh,
you just think like, why? Like, I know there are people that curse like that, but I'm not that kind of person, and
yeah, yeah.
I don't find that romantic when you just f bomb this, f bomb that.
No.
It's like, like the writing for how the characters speak to each other and how they behave is super like millennial kind of, like, you know, they use a lot of words that they use in the sort of like the way they speak, like the sort of California kind of way they it's just sort of like, oh my god, like why does it, no, like there was a point with me because I watched this with the missus, and there were points where we were just like, no one speaks like that. At least no one we know.
Yeah.
We're like,
Yeah.
who
Right.
the hell speaks that way?
Mm.
And then on top of it, you know, it's sort of like they're forced to act a way that doesn't seem natural to them. And then on top of that, it's just sort of, I don't know, man. It just was not good. It was
Yeah.
not. It was not as good as it could have been. You know,
Mm.
because you had everything for it to be absolutely amazing, and it just wasn't. And here's the sad part is that there are moments in the film where you think, oh my god, this could be so much better. Where there's like the perfect setup, and the moment is really nice, and you think, oh, this could be good, especially like the intro, the beginning. But it's just not a good film. It's
Oh.
just not a good film. I think that the cast, very attractive, ridiculously attractive cast of
Mhm.
actors and actresses. And that goes across the board, from the main characters to the side characters to the parents. Everyone involved is just it's just crazy attractive across the board, right? So they got a really good looking cast, but they just don't act well, or they weren't directed well. I
Mm.
mean, I haven't really seen any of the cast, and this is something I did after. I sort of went and looked up some of the cast to see if I've seen them in anything. I
Yeah.
haven't really seen any of them in anything, as far as I'm
Okay.
aware.
Okay.
So the person I looked up the first was Sydney Sweeney. I haven't really seen her in anything.
Right.
With Glenn Powell, he was in Top Gun Maverick.
Oh
So,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's a great movie. So I would
Mm.
assume he's a good actor, right? But the director did not handle his exceptional acting, apparently, in a good
Mm.
way. He did a poor job with directing him, unfortunately, it seems like, because the guy seemed like, again, everyone seemed like they were just, this was the first film and they were doing their first thing, and it felt really awful. So unfortunately, and this film has been nominated for, it won an award and was nominated for 5. How did this
Oh,
win
really?
anything?
But
Yes.
by the way, maybe you said, I'm not sure. Is it new or old or
2024, released in 2024.
last year? Okay.
It was it won an award called the Glad Media Awards. What's this Glad Media? I don't know this thing.
Okay.
Um, see if I can see why.
I have no clue. Yeah.
I think I may have an idea what this is, but let me just. I can probably tell why. If it is what I think it is, then yeah, I will know. Yeah, yeah, okay, I get why. so, so the Glad Media was an LGBTQ award, and this film does
Ah,
it
there
does
we go.
feature a bunch of characters that are from that group. So it makes sense why it would have won the award.
Right.
Other than
Okay.
that, it's not a good movie. It's
No.
not. So it's just not a good movie. It's not good directing. The actors and actresses sound really forced. There's a lot of profanity that's just unnecessary. Just a lot of cursing for no apparent reason.
Yeah,
And
that's a shame.
yeah, it just didn't, this wasn't a good film. It was a
Yeah.
really bad film, and it being bad had nothing to do with the whole, it's, you know, the LGBT elements of it. that was not even a factor of why it was bad. It was just a bad film. So,
By the way, what's the rating? Does it have any?
IMDb gives it a 6.1. I give it a 2. after
Whoa.
the movie, Alex looks at me and she's like, "So what do you rate it, babe?" I was like, "You're gonna have to listen to the podcast for that one." It's a 2.
And there we go.
It's
Now, that's
bad.
low. That's
It's-
bad.
It is bad. I will not recommend this to anyone. All I can say is it does have attractive people, so that's where it gets the 2 from. It is a good looking movie in the sense of there's one scene where one of the characters is topless in the film, and I mean maybe you want to see some toplessness. That is kind of nice, you know. But other than that, it's not the reason to watch this film. It's just not good enough. And it's an hour and 43 minutes. We watched the movie together, me and the missus, and I think we were both underwhelmed. by the film. And it's been a while since I've watched what you consider to be a typical romantic comedy, and this was just not it. This really let me down a lot. So
I hear that for sure.
So yeah, sorry about that, guys. Anyone but you, not wait. And again, this one has been sitting in my watch list, and I've wanted to watch for so long. Oh God.
So typical, and then like
I was hyped. I was looking for it. I was like, oh my God, it looks great. The trailer looks amazing.
By the way, bro, since Nalo is asking, have you seen 51st Dates?
I have seen 50's First Date, yeah. I've seen that. I have seen 50's.
Perfect Proposal, maybe?
The Perfect Proposal. Is that another one of his films? Let me see that. I've seen 50's First Date. The Perfect.
I have not.
It's 50's First Date is it's an Adam Sandler movie. I've seen most of Adam Sandler stuff. He's just good. He's really just Adam Sandler is just very much things that you can watch at home and just enjoy, just relax. The Proposal 2003, is it? I'm not. Perfect Proposal. Is it The Perfect Proposal? Is it Perfect Proposal?
Well, it just says
it's Perfect Proposal.
The Perfect Proposal.
Now, when I put in nothing comes up. Perfect Proposal comes up, but it's a Korean film. Is that it, Nalu? Is it a
Ryan Reynolds?
Ryan Reynolds.
The Perfect Proposal.
That didn't come up when I searched for it. Let me see.
Interesting.
I see dance. Okay, now I see something else.
Alex says you've seen it.
Oh, have I?
Yeah.
Maybe
You
I have.
watched it. Okay.
Maybe I have. Okay, well, if I have, I don't remember it.
There you go. Yeah.
Now I'm kind of curious. I really want to know if I've seen this damn thing.
With Sandra Bullock.
It's Sandra Bullock. Now send me a link on like something like on Discord or something, because I'm searching for this, but IMDb does not know this film. It is not coming up when I search on IMDb at all. A bunch of other stuff is coming up, so you're gonna have to send me a link to that. But with that being said, I think we have a podcast, don't we?
Yeah, we have an episode. There you go.
That's it. That's the episode.
Filled with good stuff.
Well, one not so good, but you know.
One not so good, but you know, it's a contrast, the yin and yang effect and everything. So there you go.
Mhm.
Okay, here we go. Nalo says, sorry, it's called Proposal. Proposal.
Oh,
You can see in the chat. Yeah.
Proposal.
Mm-hmm.
What? Nothing comes up. All right, darling, we'll have to figure out what after the show.
Oh, so maybe it's both. Like, it's just funny when you read.
Oh,
that,
it's
right?
called
But you
The Proposal with Sandra Bullock.
Proposal.
It's called The Proposal, not The Perfect Proposal.
Must be.
Just The Proposal. I have seen this film.
There we go.
I have definitely seen this, and it is a good romantic comedy.
Yeah.
So yes, The Proposal is good. I've seen it. Anyway, that
Good.
being
Yeah.
said,
Yeah, it's time to say Auf Wiedersehen and all that beautiful stuff. I hope you guys can have a good week, and of course also a good weekend, and hope to talk to you soon again when it comes to next week. Some new adventures, some new movies, some new video gaming, and all that beautiful stuff. So, with that said, muffin and out.
Beautiful as always. And so with that, guys, as always, you can find Roger for that's the number 40 with the SPLESH. He streams on a Tuesday and a Sunday. That's correct?
Yes.
Magnificent. You can find me at LP Gardner, LPGRDIAN, Gardner.eu. I always forget to say this, but it's written on the screen, actually. You can just look on the screen and it's there. You can find us at Simply Binge, Simply Binge UK, pretty much everywhere else. And as always, we wouldn't like you guys to miss out on any episodes of That Beautiful Life podcast. Many beautiful people like you to subscribe to this podcast on Castbox, Acast, Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, simplybinge.com and elsewhere. And what's the company they're going to like it that we're giving for free. So, as always, guys, this has been queued for your pleasure. I am bothering off now because I did promise my son I was going to watch some football with him, so I'm going to do that. So,
yeah, it's
a wrap. We'll see you guys on the flip side. See you later. Peace.
Arrivederci. Excellent.
Excellent.